Hello world, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been posting for a very long time, but here I am back with a brand new look and a new game that I'll be making. And for this video, I'm just a purple blob, and you can call me Bob. This new game that I'll be making is called Papercuts, where the characters and enemies and everything in the world are made of paper. There'll be a lot of cutting and slicing with weapons and swords, and this will be the third game that I've ever made. And if you're interested in how I've learned how to write code and build games with Unity, then you can watch that in my other two videos that I've uploaded. My first game was something that I made for fun while still trying to learn Unity. It was done using just basic shapes, so just triangles, squares, circles, and a hexagon. And the second game that I made was during Bracky's 2020 Game Jam. It was called Rewind, and in this one I stepped it up a little bit and did all the visuals and arts myself, and it was in this game that I fell in love with pixel arts. Unfortunately, Bracky's have moved on. But his channel and his videos still continues to help me every day, so thank you for your service, Brackies, and I hope you're enjoying your time off. So back to Papercuts. So I've spent around 4 weeks on this game so far, and what you're seeing right here is what I've got at the moment in terms of development progress. It's far from finished, and the plan is to make this into a fun, cool action RPG game where, you know, there's gonna be cool inventory systems, cool weapons, cool bosses, and a whole lot of cool stuff, so it'll be really cool. And I want to mention that the sword cutting and slicing in the game is heavily inspired by Zoro from One Piece, so if you watch anime, then I'm just going to show you a quick scene of what I want the game to feel like in the end. And that's Papercuts in a nutshell. I know it's kind of vague and I don't have much to show you right now. I actually don't have much planned out for the game either, but I was hoping to build a nice community here on YouTube to help shape this game into something cool and amazing together. So yeah, give me a like and subscribe. So let's rewind back 4 weeks ago. I started this project by drawing the character pixel art. Not gonna lie, this process of figuring out the art style took me a very long time because I didn't have much experience in drawing pixel arts other than that second game I showed you earlier. And for a few silly reasons, I did the pixel arts first in Excel, and this is the progression. I drew out the shading, and then I added some features, and then yeah, this is the final result that I was comfortable with. So after drawing the character in Excel, I then transferred the pixel arts into Sprite, so the proper tool, and then yeah, drew out the character properly. As you can see, I drew the character with a white border around him to highlight the fact that he's made of paper, he's a piece of paper. And yeah, it really makes him and other sliceable objects to stand out from the objects that can't be sliced or cut with a sword. Oh, and he wears a red scarf around his neck because it's a very dear thing to him. It was given by his mother just before she died. Yeah, just kidding. I thought it looked cool, and yeah, it's kinda cliche. After I drew the player, the next thing I drew was a training dummy so I can code and test out the slicing action when I do put all the art into Unity. And this training dummy is just a piece of wood and will be in the game at the player's home base for him to train and practice different cutting skills, and he can cut and slice it all he wants and it's going to regenerate and come back. So yeah, it's just for training purposes. After that, I then drew a basic starter weapon. This one's called a wooden dagger. At first I drew it normally, but then I did a bit more research and redid the drawing in a 45-degree angle instead. The reason why I redid the drawing in a 45-degree angle is because it makes the weapon look a lot sharper and thinner without taking as much pixels. and plus weapons are usually held and swung at a 45-degree angle anyways. So yeah, it's nice, and I'm glad I realized this before I have like 20 or 30 plus weapons to redo in this 45-degree angle. And finally, the last thing to draw before I start moving things into Unity was the tile map. And for this game, I plan to create different biomes and zones in the map, like deserts, snowland, volcanic, infection, and so on. And to start things off, I just drew this basic grass biome first, which is the most common zone in the game. It will be quite common, and you'll see a lot of enemies like slime and yeah. And for all the terrains, I'll be drawing the pixel art in a tile map format, which means I can reuse these basic building blocks as tiles to create like virtually any map that I want for the game. You know, because they're in the tile, I can quickly build, yeah, just anything like this. And apparently I forgot how to spell level, which is my channel name, Level 1. I know what you're thinking, I shouldn't really work on the art first before writing a single line of code or having a prototype first, but I think it would have been harder to work on a game that's just squares and circles, right? Okay, that's all I want to fit into this video. I think I did a pretty good job with drawing the pixel arts for the game. In the next one, I'll put all the art stuff into Unity and start programming the game. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.